Delivery for Rex Frost. 21. Yo. What is this? Good afternoon, Agent Rex Frost. This is Agent Wolf speaking. It has come to my attention that you have recently gone to the movie theater to see Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. And at this time, the world is in dire need of your review. I do not have much time, and my associates will pass this message on to you, which will destruct in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck. I guess that means it's time to review Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Let's do this. So, Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning is the 8th and final Mission Impossible movie in the Mission Impossible series. So my pros for Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, is of course the action. By far, the submarine scene is easily like the coolest thing I've seen in the movie theater this year. That says a lot, because I've seen some very crazy stuff. And then also like the plane, it reminded me a lot of Fallout, but it was kind of cool because it also reminded me of Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog. It reminded me of his plane, and I thought it was just really funny. And then of course, like, the acting over the board is great. I mean, Tom Cruise, everybody else, they always do an amazing job. And then like also Luthor's speech at the end, it was really nice. It was like, I mean, I was sad that we lost him, but it was nice to see him give one final speech. And then of course, like I mean, yeah, I mean the action is always great. I mean, you can always expect good action, and also like a pretty good writing because like, oh yeah, also the villain. Now I'm gonna get a little more into it in my cons, but I do think this is a positive. Like, I like the idea of the fact that it has been, by the time we've gotten to 6 Mission Possible movies, Ethan Hunt has beaten 6 major villains that have put up a really good fight. And like, yeah, I like that it shows that humans can't beat him, so it's time for artificial intelligence to give it a try. I think that's a really cool dynamic. And also like, I like the AI because like it reminds me of the real world today. And like, I mean, when the first part came out, it wasn't as much of a deal. Well, and because like AI was still in its like a child, but now it's AI is getting scary today. And like, especially like there was a new AI released a couple days ago, and like, yeah, it's like, I like how it shows like, I like how it's somewhat realistic, but also shows like what AI could do to an extent. But yeah, it's like I kind of like the villain. But yeah, that's it for my positive. As for my cons, I don't. Okay, so I just want to get. I feel I'm upset because there's in the first. Okay, this is a mild spoiler, but in the first scene of this movie, well, the first action scene, literally, it's one of those scenes where you don't see the fight happen. You just see the reaction of a different character's face. And I was like, this is Mission Impossible. Like, almost all the movies are really good, and it's like, so I hold Final Reckoning up to some high standards, and yet like, how could you do that? Like, I feel robbed because I bet that scene, if we did see it play out, would have been amazing, and I'd be watching it for the rest of the time. And I'm a little sour about that. And then also, but it's not that big of a deal, to be honest, in my opinion. However, what is a big of a deal is the other villain, Gabriel. I mean, I liked him in the last movie, but he didn't have presence in this movie, and I wish he would have been there more, or like there would have been more scenes, and like he was fine, but also his death scene was like, I mean, this is Mission Impossible, not Thor or Ragnarok or Love and Thunder. Like, come on, don't do like dumb stuff like that. It was just really dumb. But I mean, also another negative of mine is like flashbacks. Like, I mean, I get that it's your last rodeo, but also like, can you stop with it? It was just, I mean, it's not that big of a deal to be honest. Like, yeah, but I mean, overall, I mean, it's pretty good. I wouldn't say that it's the best one. Like, I mean, you will know what's the best one because I will be ranking these, but like, yeah, it's alright. Overall, I mean, I think Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. It's a good conclusion. Also one of my negatives is that like its ending didn't feel like a definitive end. Like they definitely could keep making them, even though they're not. But still, like, I mean, the ending was fine. I also, I mean, in general, like, I'm sad to see Mission Impossible movies go, especially because like Mission Impossible is like one of the few movie franchises that like that went far and out of their way to make sure that all their stunts were practical, and I really appreciate that. I'm kind of sad that we're not going to see that much practicality anymore, and also I'm kind of sad that like, oh, if they release this movie 1 year later, their practical stunts could get recognized at the Academy Awards. But like in general, I think Mission Impossible is a good movie. It's almost great. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. I I wouldn't quite recommend seeing it in the theaters. Like, yeah, like the action is insane to watch in the theater, but like almost 3 hours, like that's a really big commitment. I can't believe I didn't pee myself in the theater. But yeah, that's it. And I'll see you all tomorrow, later. But I will also subscribe because I will be ranking all the movies. But until then, bye.